I've had a discussion with a friend, with Onan, about what's going to actually happen now in the scene. We've got a couple of weeks. It's the middle of September. I can't remember the exact date, but it's around September. It doesn't matter. In a couple of weeks, no more roster changes. There's a lock-in for roster changes. At least if you want to get into the majors and have a chance of getting an invite, you cannot change your roster. If you change your roster after that date, you can only get in through the open qualifiers. And I bet that there are some teams that might actually happen. Some professional teams, high-tier teams that it might actually happen. But most of them, there will be a lock very soon, in a couple of weeks. And to be honest, I don't really care how the teams are going to look like. A lot of people are like, whoa, this pro player with that pro player, holy crap, that's so weird. I don't actually care. There are pro players that I like more, some that I like less. Some of these look weird, some of them don't. But the bottom line, I'm just happy that there's going to be a lock. I'm just happy that we're going to have consistency. And we're going to have teams that are forced to stay together, which sounds bad. But it isn't actually bad. It's actually very good that they're forced to stay together. Because it is very easy for teams to start fighting, and for people to... The ego is very big in there, and so they just fall apart. Forcing them to stay together will force them to fix their issues, to deal with them, and to grow, and to become a better team for it. One of the reasons that CDIC did so well in this international was because they've been playing together for such a long amount of time, and there's less ego in that team. They're all friends, so it works better, and they manage to just play cohesively and not argue with each other. There has been said in the past that some of these teams that we thought were doing very well, such as Secret, they had issues in there, and that caused them to, well, not do as well as everybody thought that they were going to do. And that's kind of interesting and kind of funny. When you think about it, you want to have 5 people in the team that are really relaxed and chill and can actually work through their issues and talk and play the game. But if that type of personality is also the type of personality to not be as passionate about the game and not to put into the game as much as someone who is incredibly passionate and also has a lot of ego and cares about it. The more passionate you are, the less relaxed you are. But we're looking for people who are more relaxed so that they can work together in a team. That's kind of funny in the sense of the duality of what's required of a Dota player. You want that intense passion, but in a sense, this is a team game. You cannot rely on yourself, and you must accept other people in order to do well. And clearly what I'm saying here is in very broad strokes. Clearly there are people who are both passionate and relaxed, both have a personality that is calm, and are incredibly passionate about this game. I'm not saying those people do not exist, but as a general trend, as a general consensus, and a thing that makes sense looking at players of the game, that makes a lot of sense, to me at least. And it's funny if we could find some kind of balance, and I feel teams that can find that type of balance and that could find that calm within the storm, they could do much better and progress. And this lock will force them to reach that state, because they ain't changing their roster. As many problems as they might have, they cannot change the roster if they want to continue playing in the majors. So I'm just excited to see what happens. I just want to see the first major already. I feel that we'll have a big consensus, and we'll be able to put teams, whatever teams will be, in a little bit of tiers in terms of we'll see the strong teams come out that manage to tackle those issues quickly, and we'll see teams that still have these issues. And in the second major, and as we progress towards the next international, we'll see these teams get better and better. And we might actually see everybody working well together, and in that sense, in the next international, we'll have all the teams will work well together, and then we'll only see the teams with the highest amount of skill actually push forward. Because in this international, there wasn't room for skill. I mean, you could have incredible personal skill for each individual player, but if the team doesn't work, the team doesn't work. So I really hope that it will be the team that work, and then we'll be able to see individual skill, and we'll be able to have teams that are just strictly better in terms of skill and talent, but obviously also hard work. I want to see more in one sense, it's cool that everybody could take a game out of everybody. In another sense, you want to have people who are, you want to see the skill differences and the skill gaps. And right now, it's so mangled up that it's just like everybody's playing and everybody's okay. And it feels to me like I said this before, I believe, that a team of 5 very decent players who've been playing together for 4 years can have a better chance than 5 players who are all pros but have never played together. That's just because of the strictly team-based nature of this game. And that's these discussions is one of the most interesting things for me about Dota, and why I enjoy watching the professional scene so much. And I'm just let's see what happens. Let's see what happens in 2 or 3 weeks, however many that will be. All right, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.